A line of women stand facing a blank brick wall at Tate Modern. They don't move for an hour, while people in the gallery stop and stare. This is a performance work by Spanish artist Santiago Sierra. The women are all homeless and were paid the price of a night in a hostel to stand there for the duration. Watching them is a disquieting experience, recalling the school punishment of standing in the corner. The discomfort is, of course, intentional.
One of the most important pieces done around the concept of work and punishment, which is what we have in our society. The instruction was to be in front of facing the wall with no movement. The interesting thing is also that when you have somebody, when you don't see the face of somebody, the perception becomes more active. No? You have to think why doesn't show me the face. No? Yeah. And in a world full of images, this image, which is an anti-image in a way, becomes full of meaning, because the perception have to create what the perception doesn't see.
Sierra chooses not to show his own face on film, saying he prefers not to feed the cult of artist as personality. He may also be wary of his image becoming tabloid fodder. Almost everything Sierra does is designed at some level to provoke, and unsurprisingly, he's been accused of being exploitative. In the past, he's paid illegal street vendors in Venice, many of them Africans, $60 to have their hair bleached blonde. He's piped exhaust fumes from cars into a former synagogue in a small town in Germany. People could only enter wearing breathing apparatus and accompanied by a fireman. His most recent London show, at the Listen Gallery, featured a series of sculptures cast from human excrement. As so often with Sierra, the story behind the work is as significant as the finished artefact. The excrement was collected in New Delhi and Jaipur by the low-caste poor, who scrape a living from such appalling work. Transmuted into art, the results are pointedly made available to another sort of collector in exchange for filthy lucre. In 2004, Sierra sprayed a number of Iraqi volunteers with quick-setting polyurethane foam. The husk-like impressions left behind immediately conjured images of hooded torture victims in Abu Ghraib.
The material I used is a material used to protect merchandises. I think it's appropriate in that case, because this war is a war for money. How to solidify the presence of humans, and also how to create an image very close to the Abu Ghraib images. On that time, the Abu Ghraib images were very present on reviews and everywhere. And at the same time, to make something that you can read it years ago, like right now. No? For somebody who doesn't know about the Iraqi war, the piece work, the piece is real, because what you have is somebody making something over people. So somebody's passive and somebody's working on it with the purpose to get something else. No? So I think it's very universal.
A video work in Tate's own collection shows another performance in which Sierra paid drug-addicted prostitutes to have a line tattooed across their backs.
What I did was to find the women in the places where they offered the body, and to ask her for the piece. They accepted, and then I get a person who knows how to make tattoos. We did it. It was not difficult. And that's what I'm talking about. People need money. People have to work, and I'm looking for strong images to express this.
Sierra constantly sets up oppositional forces between work and worth, between poverty and the exclusivity of the international art world, between the people who are invisible in society, the junkies, the homeless, the recent immigrants, and the art gallery as a venue where viewing and viewer are centre stage. We're implicated, put on the spot, and so is the artist. This is not art as moral flag waver.
It's not the kind of art who says George Bush is a motherfucker, no? Because it creates in everybody who sees something like that becomes a relation like brothers, no? We are good people, and George Bush is a motherfucker. And what I'm saying is nothing like that. I'm not putting my finger in the responsible of all of this, no? And it creates an uncomfortable situation, because the people who's watching art are high class, or at least high formation or with high culture people, no? So and these people become uncomfortable because it's a portrait of themselves.